Georgia is shattering early voting records. In fact, we could reach the 1 million mark today.
It has been unbelievable to see. Atlanta News First Don Shipman is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker at Evelyn Lowry Library. And Don, both presidential candidates have been urging everybody to get out and vote early.
That is exactly right. And I actually posted on my social media page asking people, did you vote? And I'm getting yes, yes, yes. By the way, Atlanta's mayor will be here today following those signs right there that say vote here, straight to the doors of this local polling location to cast his ballot. At the same time, an opportunity to really tout early voting. Here in Fulton County, the polls opened at 7 o'clock this morning. So they've been open a good hour. We've been watching people go in and out. And take a look, because throughout the week we've noticed some people lining up. That pace pretty steady. Right now, the newest numbers from the Secretary of State's office, more than 847,000 people already casting their ballot early. Some perspective, that's nearly 300,000 just yesterday alone. And that's three record-setting days there in a row. And it's interesting, too, because in past presidential elections, there's been a political divide on the topic of mail-in voting and or absentee voting and early voting. Democratic candidates have often encouraged all forms of voting. Republican candidates encouraging in-person voting on Election Day. That is certainly not the case this election cycle.
Election Day is in 19 days, and here in Wisconsin, early voting starts next Tuesday, October 22nd. So now is the time to make your plan.
You have to do one thing. I don't want your money. I don't want anything. I just want you to get out and vote and get your friends to vote. That's it. I don't want money. Just go and vote.
I've been kind of crunching the numbers as well, and if we stay on pace with a daily amount of people who are voting, right around 300,000, we'll likely reach 3 million early voters here in Georgia alone. By the way, the mayor slated to vote here right around 11:30 this morning. We're live here in Southwest Atlanta. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.